Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we'll be learning how to make this simple corset crop top with loop at the back. It's a very simple tutorial and also very beginners friendly. So don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment below and subscribe to my channel. So guys, I've gone ahead to cut out the fabric using the pattern we drafted in our previous video. So this is what it looks like. So please, if you've not seen that video, I'm going to leave the link in the description box so that you can have a better understanding of how we came about this and the measurements. So this is the back panel, this is the center front, the cup 1, cup 2 and the sides. So I also went ahead to extend it by 3 inches because I want the top to be longer. I did it for all the patterns. Then I added half inch to the cup and the sides also just for additional allowance. So I'm going to be using this pattern now to cut out my interfacing and my lining. So guys, I've gone ahead to cut out the interfacing and the lining we'll be needing for this tutorial. This is for the back panel, this is the center front, the cups and the side. So I just placed my pattern paper on it and used it to cut it out. So after removing the pattern paper from our fabric, this is what we have. This is what we are going to be working with. So I also took out the zipper allowance from the pattern because we're not going to be using zip anymore. We're going to be working with loop. Then I took out 2 inches from the back panel. So after doing that, the next one we want to do is to iron out our interfacing on all the pieces of fabric. After ironing the interfacing to the fabric, this is what we have. This is what it looks like. So I'm just going to set this aside while we work on the cups. So I'm going to pick one piece of cup 1 and one piece of cup 2, and then I'll place it together this way, right side facing each other, and use my pin to secure it as you can see me doing in the video. So after securing cup 1 and cup 2, I'm going to just take it to my sewing machine and stitch it using half an inch. I'll repeat the same thing for the other cup. So after stitching the cup 1 and the cup 2 together, this is what we have. This is what it should look like. This is what we have. So right now we'll move over to the remaining part of the front panel. So I'm going to just go ahead and place it this way, right sides facing each other. Use my pin to secure it together. I'll repeat the same thing for the other side. Place the right sides facing each other as you can see me doing in the video, and secure with your pin. So after doing that, I'll take it to my sewing machine now and I'll stitch it together using half an inch sewing allowance. I'll stitch it. So when I'm done with that, I'll show you guys. So after joining the front pieces together, this is what you should have. This is what it should look like. This is the wrong side and this is the right side. So the next thing we want to do now is to fix our boning casing to the front panel. I'm just going to get my bias strip and place it on the point where I joined the fabric together this way. Then I'll sew it on both sides, at the edges of both sides. I'll do the same thing for the other side where I joined. Then I'll go over to the center and look for the middle. So I have about 3 inches here. So the middle point is going to be 1.5 inches. So I'm going to place my bias strip on the 1.5 inch mark and then I'll sew it all the way down. So I also do the same thing for the back panel. I'll go to the opening at the back, the point where I'll be attaching the loop. And then I'll come in by 1 inch from the opening. Then I'll place my bias strip on it and sew it all the way down on both sides. I'll put the same thing for the other side and I'll show you guys what it looks like when I'm done. So after sewing the bias strip to the fabric, this is what we have. This is what it should look like. This is the back panel, just like I explained earlier. I came in by half an inch and I attached the bias strip to it. So I'll set the back panel aside while we work on the front panel. So before we attach the cups to the front panel, I went ahead to cut out this interfacing and join it together. It's a bit thicker than the one we used earlier. This is just to make the cup more firm. So I'll place it inside my cup this way and then I'll iron it to it. I'm going to use my iron now to gum the interfacing to the cups. I'll repeat the same thing for the other cup as you can see. Then when I'm done with that, we'll go ahead and attach the cup to the fabric. So after padding our cups, this is what we have. This is what it looks like. It's more thicker now. So the next thing you want to do now is to attach your cup to your fabric. So take the part where you join the cups together and place it on the bias strip which is also the point where you join the fabric. Then secure it with your pin this way. Then take it to your sewing machine now and join it all the way to the top, as you can see me doing the video. Do it for the other part. Then when you are done, you should have something that looks like this. So I'll do the same thing for the other cup. Place the points you join together to your buyer strip and sew it all the way. So when I'm done with that, I'll show you guys what it looks like. So after attaching the cup to the front panel, this is what we have. You can see how beautiful it came out. This is the wrong side and this is the right side. So the next thing we want to do now is to join our front and our back panel together. So I'm just going to place it this way, right sides facing each other. Then while we were drafting out our pattern, we took out 1 inch for seam allowance. So I'm going to join it together using my 1 inch seam allowance. I'll join both sides. I also took out the darts for the back panel. So I'll take it to my sewing machine now and join the two sides together. When I'm done with that, I'll show you guys next thing. After joining the back panel and the front panels together, this is what we have. This is what it looks like. So this is the right side of the top and this is the wrong side. So the next thing we want to do now is to insert our boning into the cases before we go ahead to turn it over with our lining. So this is the boning we'll be working with in this tutorial. So I'll just go ahead now and insert the boning into the cases, just as you can see me doing in the video. So I'll make sure there's a space left at the top and at the base, just so that when we're attaching our lining, it's not going to interfere with it. So this is what it looks like. So I'll repeat the same thing for the other cases. I'll just insert my boning into the case this way. And don't forget to leave about ½ inch space at the base because of your lining. So after fixing our boning, this is what we have. This is what it looks like. So before we turn over with our lining, I'm going to go ahead and attach my sleeve. So I have this piece of fabric that I folded and turned over already. It's about 17 inches long and 1 inch wide. So I'll go ahead now and place it on the point where I joined the two cups together and secure it using my pin. And then for the back panel, I'm just going to take my tape rule now and measure 4 inches from the point I joined it. I'm going to go ahead now and place my sleeve this way, the way you see me doing the video. So by the time we attach it, this is what it will look like. So I'll go ahead now and attach the other sleeve to the other side. So after doing this now, I'm going to go ahead and get my lining pieces and use it to turn over my top. So I'm going to be showing you guys how to do that. So I've gone ahead to join all the pieces of my lining together. So this is what we have. This is what it looks like. You can also attach interfacing to your lining, but for me, this is what I'll be working with for this tutorial. So place the right sides facing each other this way. Make sure you insert your sleeve into the lining before you join it together. As you can see me doing the video, place your sleeve the inside is this way. Then go ahead and stitch it using ½ inch seam allowance. So I'll do the same thing for the base. I'll leave the two sides opened for turning over. So after sewing the lining to the top, this is what we have. This is what it looks like on the wrong side of the top. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to turn it over to the right side. So turn it over carefully this way. So after turning over to the right side, this is what we have. You can see how beautiful it is. This is the wrong side. You can see how neat it came out. So this is what the sleeve looks like after turning over. So the next thing now is to finish up the back, the point where we'll be attaching our loop. So I'll show you guys how to do that now. So to finish up the back panel, I have these pieces of fabric I have cut out already. They're about 2 inches long. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to pick the first one, the first piece. Then I'll go over to the edge of my fabric and fold it in. As you can see me doing the video, I'll fold it in this way, and then while folding in, my I'm going to insert my fabric this way into it. I'll insert my fabric while folding it in, and then I will secure it with my pin. I'll secure it with my pin, as you can see me doing in the video. So while you are folding in the edge of the fabric, you keep inserting the tiny fabrics into it. So you can decide on how much space you want between the fabrics you are inserting. So just go ahead and do this all the way down for both sides of my top. I'll insert these pieces all the way down for both sides of my top, as you can see. So after inserting the first two, this is what it looks like. So I'll go ahead and do it for the other side and all the way down. I'll show you guys what it looks like. So after inserting the fabrics into it, I went ahead to sew it down on both sides, and this is what it looks like. So right now I'm just going to show you guys how to insert your loop into it. So just go ahead and fix it in this way. Go ahead to lace the back of the dress this way, as you can see me doing in the video. So just keep lacing it up this way. So when you are done lacing up, this is what you should have. You should have something like this. And you can just go ahead now to tie it up. So guys, this is all for our basic corset top tutorial. So I'll go ahead and give this top now a good press, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like when I wear it. So don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. So guys, this is the finished product of our corset crop top. You can see how beautiful it looks and how simple it is to make. So don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.